Talkpoint, your trusted source for verified, balanced, and fact-based news from across the United States and around the world. A new political debate has emerged in New York after a well-known political consultant raised questions about State Assemblymember Zohran Mamdani's alleged connections to groups with links to Qatar, a claim that Mamdani strongly denies. The controversy began after Democratic strategist Douglas Schoen discussed Mamdani's foreign policy positions during a recent interview, suggesting that the progressive lawmakers' advocacy for Palestinian rights might be influenced by organizations that have previously received Qatari funding. The comments quickly circulated across political media, sparking widespread discussion about foreign influence and political accountability. According to verified reporting from Reuters, the Associated Press, and Politico, there is no evidence that Assemblymember Mamdani has received any direct financial support, foreign funding, or coordinated assistance from the state of Qatar and any Qatari government-related entity. Mamdani, who represents Astoria in the New York State Assembly, is a member of the Democratic Socialists of America and has long been vocal about humanitarian issues in the Middle East. He has consistently called for increased transparency in US foreign aid and has been a prominent critic of American military assistance to Israel during recent conflicts in Gaza. In a statement released earlier this week, Mamdani's office called the accusations false and politically motivated, adding that his advocacy is rooted in human rights, not foreign policy influence. Mamdani himself took to social media to clarify his position, writing, "Criticizing war or calling for peace doesn't make someone a representative of another government." The Hill and Reuters both confirmed that the claims appear to stem from Mamdani's participation in several public events that were either hosted by or partially sponsored by humanitarian organizations with previous donation from Qatar-based NGO. Experts note, however, that these events were widely attended by US academics, journalists, and politicians from multiple backgrounds and do not imply any direct coordination or foreign lobbying. Analysts from the Council on Foreign Relations and the Brookings Institution have warned against conflating shared advocacy spaces with foreign interference. One senior fellow told Reuters, "Qatar funds a broad range of humanitarian and educational projects worldwide. Participating in or supporting those causes doesn't equate to working for the Qatari state." The border issue touches on a sensitive and growing debate in US politics: the influence of foreign funding, the role of advocacy groups, and how political opponents use those connections to shape public perception. While progressive figures like Mamdani have faced scrutiny over ties to groups critical of Israel, conservative politicians have faced similar questions regarding connections to foreign lobbying from other countries. Political experts say this episode reflects a deeper political debate over how US lawmakers engage with international issues, especially surrounding Israel, Gaza, and Middle East diplomacy. Some moderates within the Democratic Party have expressed concern that Mamdani's stance could alienate Jewish voters, while others argue that the attacks against him reflect an attempt to silence voices critical of Israeli policy. Supporters of Mamdani, including fellow New York progressives, have defended him publicly, calling the allegation part of a long-standing pattern of suspicion aimed at Muslim and immigrant politicians. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and State Senator Javari Brisport both voiced support, saying that foreign influence accusation must have based on facts, not assumptions. Meanwhile, non-Persian analysts say that while Qatar has increased its global lobbying and diplomatic outreach over the past decade, particularly in areas like humanitarian aid and mediation efforts, there is currently no verified connection between those initiatives and Mamdani's political or legislative work. Reuters and AP confirmed that Mamdani's campaign filings show no donation or financial activity connected to foreign governments, foreign agents, and international lobbying organizations. In Washington, officials from the State Department of Congressional Ethics Committees declined to comment directly on the claims but reiterated that any allegation from foreign interference in domestic politics should be based on verifiable evidence and subjected to proper oversight. For now, this remains a political flashpoint rather than an establishment case. What's clear is that the story has reignited discussion about how American politicians across both parties are scrutinized for their international affiliation in an increasingly polarized environment. This is Talkpoint, bringing you verified fact-based coverage of US politics, policy, and global affairs. Stay informed, stay engaged, and subscribe for constant updates on the stories that matter most to America and the world.